What's up, basketball lovers? It's your boy Gabe
and Elijah,
and we're back with another video from Vial of Basketball, and we're here to talk about the undiscussed topic of who really has the best jelly. I think that, I guess it's really a new school thing, but this one player that we're going to talk about today is, in my opinion, very underrated. So I think we're going to go through our top 5 and maybe a plus, but our top 5 list of who we believe has the best jelly package, and it can be basically anybody from NBA, college, and high school. And so I'm gonna go with my list first. At number 1, we have Kyrie Irving. Now, I'm sure you guys know for him as world-renowned for his handles and his finishing skills, and I think this is pretty much agreed upon on all bases, is that he may be one of the greatest finishers of all time. At number 2, I have the inventor of jelly, or the name Jelly Fam, and Isaiah Washington. Even though he struggled a little bit at Minnesota, I believe he's playing for college, he's having a huge impact on the city of New York, or New York, and the movement, the jelly movement. At number 3, I have Jawan Quinterly, I believe his name is pronounced, and he is also one of the main people in Jelly Fam. As you guys see these highlights, he's a crazy talent, and I think that he deserves to have this number 3 spot. At number 4, for me, is John Wall. I feel like this one is maybe a low-key one just because of the fact that he's a fast player, a big physical player. But if you guys see some of the 360 finishes and stuff that he does, he's a very crafty finisher. At number 5, I have LaMelo Ball. If you guys see his layup packages, he does so many crazy layups. Sometimes I wonder how he gets it, as he's just basically gliding through the air and, throwing the ball. Even though he doesn't have a lot of verticality bounce, he finds a way to get in the air, and his arms are very long to make crazy finishes. And I have a +1, basically a bonus, another low-key, Steph Curry. If you guys have ever seen that one-handed floater, it's crazy, and he actually finds a lot of ways to sneak the ball in against bigger defenders. So that's my list, but we're going to hear Elijah's list, and then we're going to go over the one player that I don't think people really talk about, who really, in my opinion, was maybe a better finisher than all of these guys.
Like you, my first 2 were Kyrie and Isaiah Washington. Kyrie, he's known for his fancy finishes, and Isaiah Washington made jelly a brand. At 3, I have John Wall. Again, as you said, he's very athletic, and he knows how to get the ball up with his 360 finishes and has control of his body. At 4, I have Trae Young, because like Steph Curry, he has to finish because he's smaller. He's at 6'1". Steph Curry's 6'3", so he really has to know how to sneak the ball in. Like Summer League, his shot wasn't falling. And I have 5. I think at 5, I have very underrated Kemba Walker, because he has some pretty nice jelly and packages too.
So there you guys have seen both of our top 5s, and I see that you guys are probably hearing many similar players, even if they're not necessarily in the same order. And that's because these are the top people at the top of the game. No, we did not collaborate to make these lists. We made them on our own. But for me, one of the, if not the greatest finishers of all time, is also, in my opinion, the greatest player of all time, in Michael Jordan. From all the type of finishes when he was a younger player, weaving, doing plays that I didn't even know were possible to do, he found a way to put the ball in the basket. And as you guys see these clips run, I'm sure you're gonna really see and understand the craziness that goes on and the stuff that he does in the air. But unlike really all of these players except maybe John Wall, he's athletic, which gives him the edge over all these guys because he can just sail in the air for so much longer. Whether it be the finish against the Lakers in the 91 finals where he lifted the ball up on one side and put it on the other, or all the finishes when he was younger, it's just amazing what he did. And I think we need to appreciate, as we talk about jelly as if it's a new invention, even though maybe people branded the name, and all the credit to Isaiah Washington, Jawan Quinterly, and Jelly Fam, they deserve it 100%, and not even taking away from Kyrie, who may be, one of the greatest finishers as well of all time. Michael Jordan, in the way he was able to just move the ball at his will with his large hands, his ability to jump, in my perspective, is the greatest jelly packager of all time.
I also feel like the reason why he's underrated is because there was no social media back then and stuff like that. Because now you got Kyrie and people are more making a brand for themselves, but Jordan started that with the Jordan brand, and the only really player that was really flashy, like Pete Maravich and Julius Erving before him, and that's when that really started. So that's why Michael doesn't get as much credit, and not many people have watched him.
Yeah, so as you guys see, that was our top 5, and the one player who we believe is truly underrated, and I guess it's kind of crazy to think that Michael Jordan is underrated, but in this category, I could say that it's arguable that he was. So we thank you guys for joining us again. I hope you're enjoying the content that's being produced. Please continue to send us ideas. We're going to be talking about modern stuff, old stuff, anything that has to do with basketball, send it to us. And we're going to come up with a lot more content for you guys. So thanks for watching and thanks for joining us.